Hello, all you beautiful people out there. What is going on? This is your friend Britik coming at you fast with another Call of Duty Advanced Warfare video. And today I am going to be telling you guys a few tips, a few pointers on how to use submachine guns in this game. And the reason I wanted to make it specifically about submachine guns is because if people haven't noticed already, this game strongly prefers assault rifles over submachine guns. And I don't like that, man. I think that the submachine guns deserve their spotlight as well, that they can be used if you know how to use them. And I'm here to tell you how you can utilize your SMG to its full potential to be the best submachine gun player you possibly can be. Because, as many of you know, when I compete, when I play in tournaments and stuff like that, I'm a very objective player. I'm always the guy in the hard points. I'm always the guy capturing the flags. I'm always the guy in the domination spots. You know, that's me. I'm there. That's my job. And so, I always have an SMG with me. I play an SMG game. You would not see me with an AR when I'm playing competitive, unless we really need another Slayer. So, before we get into that, what you're seeing right here is some domination on the map Green Band. I think that's what it's called, Green Band. And quick disclosure, I don't go incredibly well. I think I finish off 37 and 13, so about a 3.0 KD, but I play incredibly objective here. I think I finished with about 10 captures and like 6 defends or something like that. And that's actually going to tie into my discussion of how to actually play with a submachine gun and how to do well and how to get a lot of score with a submachine gun in hand. Now, you have to understand, guys, that there will be a small chance of you actually doing better with a submachine gun than if you had an assault rifle, KD wise. Okay, I'm gonna say that again, KD wise, because those two different weapons are used for two different kind of situations, and those two different types of weapons have their benefits and they have their fallbacks. So with an assault rifle, you're more stationary, you have more range, however, and you can deal out more damage in multiple and more variable situations, which makes it the better weapon of choice when you want to get a lot of kills and a low amount of deaths, because you can be prepared for mostly any situation. A submachine gun can't really do that. It can't really be prepared for those long range engagements, so you need to be able to choose your engagements properly and be able to utilize the SMG where it shines. So I have 3 tips and 3 topics that I can describe to you guys that could or could not help you, but they should help you if you decide to heed them. And these 3 words, in fact, spell out AOE. AOE, area of effect. I thought it was a pretty interesting. When I saw that, I wrote it down in my notes. I'm like, oh, that's cool. They actually spell out AOE. So remember that acronym in your head, guys, AOE. So the A stands for aggressive. You want to be really aggressive with your SMG. You always want to be running and gunning, not camping, not head glitching. You want to be up in their face. You want to be rushing them. That is where SMGs shine. Move quickly, rush in their face, get in those close quarter engagements, and destroy them. You have to just go and just bam, just boom, especially if they notice you, or especially if you're trying to pick a good gunfight. And here I'm using the recon drone. I don't even know what this thing is. I don't recommend it. It's like a little, it's fucking stupid. But anyway, be aggressive. Always be sprinting. Always be dashing, especially now. See, over here, I'm like, oh shit, there's a guy on the roof, so I'm just gonna get closer because he might have an AR. I'm gonna close the distance on him with an SMG, and I just don't let up. I don't let up. I'm like, yo, where is this guy? Oh, there he is. Fuck you. Ha ha ha. You have to be aggressive with an SMG, which, you know, is a matter of confidence. And I didn't put confidence as one of the 3 words here, but that's something you want to be with an SMG as well. You want to be confident in your gunfights. You want to be confident in that when you go into a gunfight, you're going to win that gunfight. And yeah, just lack of hesitation. Lack of hesitation. You want to make sure that you're confident when you get into a gunfight, especially with an SMG, because you're going to be in their face and they're probably not going to miss. So you got to make sure that you hit all of your shots. Now here, luckily, we're playing public match, so we're not playing the best of people. But I use these tips when thinking of a game plan in competitive. So make sure you can use this in any situation, really. So now the O stands for objective. Objective. And I kind of hinted on this in the beginning of the video, but objective. You want to play around the objectives. You want to be the guy capping the flags with your SMG. You want to be the guy defending the flags. You want to be the guy, oh hello. You want to be the guy inside the hard point. You want to be the guy running the flag and capture the flag, or the guy with the ball and uplink. That is you. You are all about speed. You are all about being that team player, because if you have other people with assault rifles, you'd rather have them do the killing for you because they are going to be more proficient with the killing than an SMG. That's just hand down. That's with any Call of Duty game. An assault rifle is always going to be more proficient at killing than a submachine gun just because it's more viable at those different ranges. It's more viable in those different situations. So an SMG, of course, I'm making it sound like an SMG is just inferior. And in some situations it is. Obviously, it's a submachine gun. It has a drop-off. And in this game, it's very, very noticeable that it does not have much range when you use a submachine gun. And that is absolutely normal. That's the definition of a submachine gun. That's how it should be. That's how it should be. A lot of people coming from Ghosts, they're like, oh man, submachine guns suck. They can't shoot people across the map and kill them in 3 bullets. Wow, this is awful. Yeah, no, this isn't the Vector, guys. This is a new game. This is where submachine guns actually make sense. So, you have to adapt and play accordingly. And that brings me to the third letter, E, which stands for evasive. You have to be evasive. If you see somebody across the way, they start shooting at you, don't run at them. Duck and cover and run around. You know, you have to understand when to confront people, when to engage people, when to flank people, because SMGs, their prime thing is their mobility and their high fire rate. So if you use that mobility to quickly close the gap between people, you can quickly and easily just demolish them up close because of the fast fire rate. And that is what SMGs are meant to be used for. They're not meant to be used for maybe mid-range engagements, but still, even against, like guns against the BAL, because BAL is God, BAL is life, ball is life. You're gonna lose those situations against usually any assault rifle if the other person on the other end knows what they're doing and if they have thumbs. Okay, if you're an SMG in a somewhat close situation like that, you have a faster fire rate, you don't need that extra accuracy or that extra range that assault rifles tend to have. If you have that fast fire rate up close, you're close enough, like right there, that guy didn't even have enough time to shoot a bullet. Neither did that guy, because I'm all up in their face, going up in their face and shooting them in the face, because that's what we're doing. And the reason I use evasive and not, you know, cowardly or strategic or whatever is because now you have an exosuit. You can boost dash left, right, up, down, backwards, underneath, upside down, 720, 360 no scope. That would be a 1080 no scope. You can do whatever. And that's how you have to play with an SMG. You have to just use so many exo movements that you confuse yourself. Just abuse the exo movements like I just bamboozled this guy. Abuse the exo movements. Make sure you are utilizing every aspect of this game because it will help you in becoming a better player. So always, always, always keep that in mind. So let's go over AoE, aggressive, objective, evasive. If you're following all 3 of those tips, it will be much easier for you to use an SMG. As you can see right there, I didn't even stand a chance because I was in a bit of a predicament. Well, when I was lying still, so that's a big factor. But again, you know, it wasn't my range. I wasn't being dashy enough. I wasn't messing with them enough because SMGs have really good hip fire. And if you haven't noticed, when you boost dash, you can only hip fire. You can't aim in and boost dash to the side or up or whatever. Well, you can go up, but you can't boost dash to the side if you are aimed in, only if you're hip firing. And SMGs have that great hip fire, especially if you put on the laser sight attachment, which I like rocking on the KF5. And it's just so easy because you just dash. You don't even need to aim in. If you're close enough, you can just destroy them. They also have the quicker aim down sights, or aim down speeds rather, over these assault rifles, which make them more viable in close range situations. So you have to play the pros of each gun and each weapon type, obviously. Okay, now the BAL is an exception, and I feel like that's a big reason why the SMGs don't really stand too much of a chance when people use the BAL, obviously. Even assault rifles sometimes don't stand a chance against that god gun. Hopefully it will be nerfed, though, because it is impossible to use any other weapon besides the BAL at this point, and that's just boring, because I don't want the game to be only about one weapon, right? You want to be the game about all the weapons that they had in the first place. I was really looking forward to the IMR, using the IMR, but the BAL just wrecks it, and it's unfortunate. But hopefully that'll get taken care of. I know Sledgehammer knows what they're doing, and they will hopefully listen to the community like they have been when preparing this game. And yeah, so that's wrapping up the game right there, guys. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any more questions, make sure you follow me on Twitter at BritikHD. You can always tweet me at any time. I will always respond. sooner or later. Depends on how busy I am. But I love tweeting with you guys, so make sure you do that. Follow me, again, at BritikHD on Twitter. And that's about it, guys. So thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. And as always, make sure you have... Oh, oh God. Oh, lump in my throat. I knew I shouldn't have that turkey wrap. But anyway, have a wonderful day.
Well fought, gents. I knew we hired you for a reason.